Welcome back to another Hyve Technologies review. Today we're going to talk about extended base pads for M&P mags and for SIG 320 mags. So for starters here, they've got +3s and +5s for both guns, for both mags, for both the SIG and the Smith mags. I have the +3 shown here for the 320, and this is the +5 for the Smith & Wesson. So the +3 uses your stock spring. So all you gotta do is pop your bottom base pad off for the 320 and slip this new one on. Then the way the gun is, there's a little pin you drop in there and a little Allen screw that you have to tighten in. Kind of a pain in the butt. It's not difficult, it's just really small. So if you have bad eyesight and poor finger dexterity, you're going to struggle. But once you get it in, it's fine. Just the way that the shape of the mag and how it interfaces with the gun, that's just how it's got to be. So what that pin does is that holds the base pad from sliding off the front of the mag. So that's with the 320. So that's the only thing that's negative, I guess you could say, about it, and it's not really Hyve's fault, it's just how the 320 is designed. So there's your +3. One thing I want to do is compare heights. So this is your 320 mag there with the +3, and this is your standard. So the bottom geometry is obviously a little bit different, but really, if you line them up, that's how much taller it is. So not a ton, not really enough to matter. I mean, it's not a tiny gun, it's a double stack gun, so it doesn't matter. On the website it says for SIG 320 compact. Now I did not ask when I got these, I should have, if they would work on the full-size gun, because I have a big version, the full-size frame and slide. This is a 17 round mag, not the 15. I have 2 of these. Both of these still will allow me to get 3 more rounds in. So they're not advertised as to work with the full-size 320s, but they're working for me. So sample size of 2. But to me, they must be a +3 for every gun, which makes sense, because if it's, in my mind, if the depth is a little bit deeper to hold 3 rounds, it shouldn't really matter what the rest of the mag capacity is. So they don't advertise them as for the full size. It says compact on their website, but it's +3 for me, like I said, with the full 17 round mags. So good to go on those. Next thing, +5 in my case. But this is for the M&Ps. I believe they're both 2.0 and what I call the 1.0, or the original M&Ps, because the mags didn't change. So full-size M&P. These are both 9mm guns, by the way, guys. That, I guess, goes without saying. 40mm or 40 cal is a dead caliber. Everybody's shooting 9s now, but anyways, so they make +3s and +5s for these as well. I happen to have the +5. It does not have that little pin thing on the back, like I said, just because of the way the mag interfaces with the gun back here, it's not needed. So instead there's just a little Allen screw that goes in there. Again, it's really tiny, and if you have bad eyes or bad fingers, you're going to struggle, but once it's in, it's in. So with it, compared to the stock mag, it's quite a bit taller, obviously, being a +5. But again, whatever. And if you're doing a +5, you're expecting it to be a little taller, and it's not a big deal. So here's there's your stock, and there's your +5 extendo clip. So it works pretty good. The plus 5s, at least for the M&Ps, I can't speak for the 320s. I assume it'd be the same too. The plus 5s, they send you a new spring, adding that extra depth in this base pad for 5 extra rounds must really weaken the springs enough, or not, you know, put enough tension on the rounds, so they actually give you a new spring. So you have, when you take your base pad off your factory mag, you just pull the spring out, put the follower on the new spring, put it back together. It's no big deal. So they do send an extra spring with these M&Ps. That's also why they cost a little bit more. I don't think it's that much of a difference in materials, but they're giving you a whole new mag spring. So in my case, I took my 2 most worn out mags and put my base pads on, because new springs. So I'm assuming with the SIGs it's the same way. I can't be for sure, but I would assume it would be. So no replacement spring, and with this you get a replacement spring. So let's talk about reliability. How'd they work? Well, just like my Shield base pad video, they ran 100%. I put 500 rounds through this gun today because the RMR is new to me, and I use these 2 mags. I got a blue one and a black one just because. These 2 mags, 500 rounds, ran completely flawless, and that's with crappy steel cased ammo that isn't as slick as brass. So oftentimes if something doesn't feed right, you're going to tell with steel because the rounds don't slip and roll past each other as good in the magazine. So 500 rounds, no issues whatsoever. SIG 320, same issue. I don't know how many rounds I have through these 2, but I assure you it's a lot, probably at least 500. And I have such faith in these that I'm actually using these and got these for my duty gun. So I'm rocking these on duty. So I can't really compliment a product a lot more than that if I'm willing to use it on my duty gun and carry it on duty and trust my life with it. So enough said. Really happy with this, guys. They've got a lot of other stuff for a lot of other guns. Glocks are their main deal, but they're branching into Smiths and SIGs now, which is awesome. So check them out. They're freaking amazing. I'm going to be getting some more because they're just perfect, and I can't say anything bad about them. Thanks for watching, guys. Questions, comments, leave them below.